Hello and welcome. Thank you, Oregon, for the bits. I don't know what is up with my OBS. Why? Huh? Cass, can you say something? I don't know if the audience will be able to hear you. OBS is being a little goofy right now.
Obes.
Is that
Obes.
better?
Can't hear me.
Can you hear? Can you
Everybody?
hear everyone else
Scry
now?
Society says they can't hear Matt.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Okay.
now they can hear. Now they can
Okay.
hear.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Weird. Why?
Heck.
Huh. Okay. I don't understand
OBS just likes to fuck
and
with
I
you.
have been streaming for
Yeah.
almost a year now. Welcome one and all to the Spontanium Show. My name is Sam Comerford, and I really need a haircut at some point soon because I'm entering my Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 arc. It's so great to have y'all here on this wonderful night. It is a balmy 74 degrees here in Chicago, but it's supposed to drop 20 degrees in an hour. So, I don't know. That's pretty wild. Anyways, we're not in Chicago right now. We're scattered across the globe and brought together by the chaos that is this show. I am very excited to welcome a mix of veterans and newbies to this cast, and I'll have them introduce themselves and their characters right now. So first up is one or two-time veteran Jeremy Cobb. Welcome back, regardless
Thank
of the
you.
number.
Yeah, this is my second time on Spontanium. I think last time it was like a level 19 or 20.
Yeah, you guys were at a state fair or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And there was a carnival.
Mhm.
And I think I claimed a Door's soul.
You did claim a Door's soul. That is
Yeah.
totally right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy Cobb. My pronouns are he, him. I'm so excited to be here again. This is going to be really fun. You may know me from the show Three Black Halflings. It's a podcast. It's a variety show. We do talk shows, we do interviews, we do actual play, etc., etc. I'm actually the resident GM for the show, and I also have another a movie review podcast called The Quantum Reactor. It's a sci-fi movie review podcast, and we're actually just about to release a review of Blade Runner. So if you like sci-fi movie reviews and enjoy hearing me talk, go check that out after this.
Yes and yes. I know what I'm doing after this when I eat my dinner at an ungodly late hour. Back on the show, not a newbie at all, but certainly new to the show relatively. Kara, welcome back. It's so good to have you here.
It's so good to be back. Hi, everyone. My name is Kara Leibowitz. I wear many hats, as we were talking about pre-show. I'm an activist. I'm an author. I'm a professor of disability studies. I'm a public speaker. I am so very many things.
And who you playing?
Right.
Are we saying who we're playing now?
Yeah, I didn't get who Jeremy was playing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I
true,
thought we
yeah.
were going to introduce that when we started.
I totally.
Yeah, you're
I
changing
totally
things
blanked.
on us.
This is
Theme
all your
of the
fault,
show.
Jeremy. This is all your fault.
Keep it up.
So sorry, everybody. I'm an agent of
I'm
chaos.
so glad it wasn't me who had an ADHD moment.
No, I did too. I just totally glossed over it.
Well, Kara, do you want to go first, and then I'll introduce mine?
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
that for continuity's sake.
I am playing a Kalishtar Circle of Dreams druid named Shoshana, honoring my Jewish heritage here, who, like me, often forgets that, material things like eating exist.
Been there.
I'm here to help you with that eating side of things. I'm just going to say. And also props for the Kalishtar.
Hell yeah. Jeremy, who are you playing?
I am playing. I'm playing a man who used to be happy and go lucky, but recently has kind of entered a much darker period after the loss of his 4 flock mates. He's an owlin who looks much more like a chicken, and his flock mates were named John Lunan, George Harrier, and Ringo Starling. I will be playing Paul McCluckney, the owlin phantom rogue.
Okay. All
Love the
right.
game. I wasn't putting it together. I got it.
Anyways, that's just Melissa shrieking with laughter in the other room.
Matt, not only a longtime veteran, but also the patron of the show, technically. Welcome.
Hey everybody, I'm Matt Joro, he, him pronouns. You may know me as Dungeon Glitch from Twitter. I'm a game designer, pro dungeon master, TTRPG influencer. I talk about nerdy and business stuff. Proud owner of Gem Firefly, which you might see here and hear about in an hour. And Platinum Award-winning DMs Guild author. And I make music. If you like lo-fi focus beats, things to study and relax to, just look up Dungeon Glitch on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. That isn't YouTube because I haven't uploaded it there yet. So, super excited. Wow, you people are awesome. I'm also playing as a Warforged fighter named, he's a knight. His name is Sir Rip, but it's for riposte because he fights with a rapier.
Ah, very nice. Yeah. Also, your voice is going in and out again. So
I was gonna say
That's because Warforged don't have tongues.
Yeah,
We've had a conversation about this. I think that it's actually, his
The
modulator
magic
there
spell.
is
Yeah.
falling apart.
Someone's got to dispel magic. Yeah, Nick, who
Maybe
I
no.
think was one of the people who asked the question, is in chat right now.
There you go.
Hey.
And
yeah, the answer.
I
speaking
just
of which,
retweeted the answer, so I'm just saying, check my Twitter.
Finally, last but certainly not least, newbie to the show, but certainly not to the tabletop world, Keith Baker. Welcome.
Howdy, I'm Keith Baker. I only wear one hat, but I wear it all the time. I am best known as the creator of Eberron and Gloom, but I have my own company, Together Studios. That's TWO. And let me tell you, when you're doing branding, it's really stupid to use a homonym in your name. So Together. And so you can find me at Together Studios on the nets, and also I am on Patreon, where if you want to play in my Eberron campaign, check out the Patreon. Everybody has a chance. And yeah, I am here and I am playing Rex. And Rex is a Gnoll barbarian. And he basically feels if you haven't, how do you know that something isn't edible if you haven't tried it? So I'm here to make up for Shauna's lack of appetite.
Oh, okay. There's no way that could possibly go wrong. Speaking of things going wrong, in front of you is a table of 8 spontaneous settings, which I shall read aloud right now. The first of which is, number 1, the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. 2, a trivia game show. 3, Super City. 4, the Tree Zone. 5, Heaven, but for dogs. 6, the set of Jackass. 7, a suspicious space station. And 8, a bedtime story. So, keeping these settings in mind, Keith, would you please roll me an 8-sided die?
I'm sure Rex is hoping for Heaven for Dogs, but the dice will decide, and they picked 8.
Picked 8, a bedtime story. Okay, so keeping in mind that this is indeed a bedtime story, what I would like to request in honor of the parable-esque nature of this program we're about to embark upon, there must be a moral at the end of this story that you can put together and say, this is what it was all about. So, in the world of this bedtime story, things are a bit wacky, and the question is, what's the story about? What do we think? What kind of classical bedtime story is the framework for the adventure that you are about to set on? Is there this evil dark lord who is trying to control things? Is somebody trying to make a late night dance but doesn't have the clothes or whatever? Are you escorting a princess to said dance? What's the deal? Do we think? What's the meat? I'm going to let you all pop in and give suggestions. And depending on how cool they are, I will give inspiration to add to your pools. So thank you so much. First of all, Cat is You Gaming for the D4 of inspiration for Matt. And additionally, if you're new to Spontanium, you can give inspiration to the players by using channel points. So keep watching the show and do that. But yeah, in no particular order, if you feel so inclined to let loose some inspiration into the world of this bedtime story, feel free. Also, Keith, you now have a D8 inspiration thanks to Nick.
Woo! Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm sort of torn between, I'm trying to go with a Puss in Boots, except it's Nolan Boots. And but unfortunately I don't think Rex is that clever. He's more of a very hungry caterpillar sort of story. So I think that's where Rex is coming from with this bedtime story.
Okay. We got very.
He's going to learn a
caterpillar.
valuable lesson about not trying to eat things larger than your head, I hope.
We'll see.
Could it be that the very hungry caterpillar got so hungry he ate his way out of his own book and has eaten his way into other stories?
There you are.
Oh, so the very hungry caterpillar creates wormholes that have bridged the gap between this this multiverse of bedtime stories. Okay.
All right. I'm inspired.
Hungry caterpillar wormhole?
I like wormhole, caterpillar, they kind of, that's a vibe.
Hole.
Like, where do you think
hole.
wormholes come from? And this is the thing, is just thinking of things like, Star Trek and such. You have wormholes all the time, but I've never actually seen the giant space worm that is going around, presumably leaving them.
Right. Why do they not address
That's an episode I want to see.
That's true. That's true. The Bajoran wormhole.
Yeah, somewhere there's a giant Bajoran worm.
By the very hungry caterpillar. And it's going to attack Deep Space Nine.
So it should happen. Hello, Pacific Rim in space.
Holy shit.
Yes.
So the vibes of these wormholes is that no matter what the artwork is like for these bedtime stories, in these picture books and whatnot, the wormholes all look like they're painted a la Very Hungry Caterpillar. So these very kind of patchwork-esque pieces of paint. The rest of you, do we have any? I guess now that we're just combining stuff together, what else has happened since the let's call this the Great Caterpillar Nexus event? What has happened since then?
Are we still talking morals or just events in general?
Oh, we're talking events in
events?
general, and this can be, if you're drawing from tropes, this could be drawing from a children's story that already exists. Let's look for a problem, because I mean the bridging of all these worlds isn't necessarily a problem. It can be if we want it to be, but do we want someone to be trying to control the very hungry caterpillar?
Or we could have Oobleck sort of oozing through from worlds that are filling up with Oobleck, and just then it's leaking through the caterpillar holes to absorb other worlds.
I was kind of thinking a stampede of sheep, because people count sheep to go to sleep, but
Little Bo Peep lost the sheep escaped through the wormhole.
Right.
It's the running of the bulls, but it's sheep.
Well, and the sheep could have gone through different caterpillar holes, and they're scattered across the multiverse.
Oh, so the sleep sheep are gone, everywhere. Thus people cannot sleep because the sleep sheep have been unleashed.
Exactly.
Okay, so the sleep sheep has
because the very hungry caterpillar ate a hole in their world and the sheep escaped.
Yeah.
What happens?
This all makes perfect sense.
Right.
What happens if Captain Hook and some of the other villains also, Captain Hook is fleeing from the crocodile and is now sailing his ship through other worlds?
Hooks up with the Queen of Hearts, or
yeah. They're laying siege to the third little pig's brick house.
Well,
currently.
We've actually already had a fantasy world game now that I think about it, but who cares? The Captain Hook ship is now being kind of piloted by the Jabberwocky, who kind of lends its energy to it. And is sort of sailing around and whatnot.
I like sieging. I do like the idea that the third little pig's house is the last bastion of security and stability in this unstable world.
The Cowardly Lion, the Tin Woodsman, they're all holed up in there. All of the good guys are
it's like a Fallout bunker.
Back. Yeah, they're all just hiding in there.
Well, that's the thing. The house is quite small, but the bunker runs deep. I mean, that pig, he was prepared.
He was a doomsday prepper.
He was
Exactly.
Chicken pig.
So many canned
books. A lot of bacon.
No pork, though. No pork. They haven't resorted to cannibalism just yet. But
Turkey
yes,
bacon.
turkey bacon. Yes, that's fine. I
Yes.
mean, pigs will apparently go through bone like butter if you've seen Snatch.
Yeah.
But nobody is starving quite yet in this post-apocalyptic bedtime story that we've constructed, where nobody outside of this realm can sleep because the sleep sheep have been unleashed. To I couldn't quite rhyme that one. But you are all survivors in the Third Little Pig's brick bunker. The question is, how do you fit into this fantasy world? Granted, your characters don't necessarily need to change. I mean, there seems to be some pretty fanciful characters already here, but if we want to flavor them a little bit differently,
Rex is absolutely from basically an Aesop's Fable type story. It's
Oh.
all basically about him trying to eat things that he can't eat. It's the the grape at the bottom of the jar, and he always does just try to stick his head in, and he's very sad about it. So he's really hungry because the stories never work out.
Gotcha.
Shoshana has absolutely no idea where she is or how she got here. She's just like, this is a part of the Feywild I've never seen before.
Oh, so this connects to the Feywild,
Of
technically.
course, there's
Obviously.
caterpillar holes everywhere.
Yeah.
One could make the argument that the Feywild just is the realm of bedtime stories.
It's entirely possible.
That is true. That is certainly true.
Paul McCluckney
Yes.
lost his bandmates in an attack by the big bad wolves, because there are at least two very famous storybook wolves, not in both the Three Little Pigs one and the Little Red Riding Hood one, and I imagine that they joined forces and ate my bandmates, and so I have a vendetta against those wolves.
I have
But-
to ask if there's Paul McCluckney, who are the other band members?
You said them earlier.
You said it
Yeah, they
earlier.
were John Loonan, George Harrier, and Ringo Starling.
Now, I have to ask Paul McCluckney, before you were being chased by wolves until you lost the rest of your bandmates, were you in fact a band on the run?
Damn it. That one has wings.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Shoshana just starts singing Imagine very dreamily. Imagine all the chickens.
Different
My eyes
different
fill
bird
with
artists.
tears. Yeah, that's John Loonan. He's my
Yeah.
fallen friend.
How does Sir Rip fit into this?
So Sir Rip is the non-sleeping stalwart guardian of the Order of the Sandman, and he's one of the last few.
Oh, okay. So this is real bad panic time for you. I'm assuming, if nobody's going to sleep.
I'm a warforged. I don't sleep much.
Well, I mean,
Right, but
the
like,
people
isn't it your
outside.
job?
For your order.
Right,
Yeah.
it's the Order of the Sandman,
Oh.
right? Trying to get
Well,
people
I
to
try
sleep.
to. I mean, I'd come over and manually help them if they need.
Oh,
Oh,
like children?
Okay.
Just like, all right, good night.
Just choke them out, just like
Wild. Okay, so this group of four misfits, what a better way to start an adventure. You have been called forth by the Council of Queens, which are all the princesses within Fable, who are sort of the governing body of this little resistance. And they call the four of you up, considering that you seem to have the most combat experience out of most of the people here. Granted, it's not too much, but it's something. I mean, unfortunately, the three blind mice aren't going to be able to do much because they're just mice, except for one. But that's old
because
lore.
they're just mice and not because they're blind.
They're just mice. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do? And who cares if they're blind? They can still kick ass.
If our problems were mouse-sized, they
Yeah.
would absolutely
They'd be
mouse.
fine. But
I,
their stuff's too big.
I have a lot of combat experience, but it's mostly against sandwiches.
You say this for the Council of Princesses.
I can take down any sandwich you put in front of me.
Snow White kind of says, "Well, what if you imagined that the foes we are sending you up against were all sandwiches?"
Yeah, I always do.
Oh, okay.
He's sort of looking around the council, being like, Ruben, ELT, and
all
oh,
right.
sorry.
Paul
That's-
McCluckey sees this happening and hears you muttering this under your breath, and just you get a wide-eyed chicken stare. This is a man on the edge. Paul McCluckey is afraid, like he's a thread that has been frayed, and is on the
never
verge
eat a
of
friend.
snapping.
Usually, except that one time, it was extenuating circumstances, and there's no proof.
I'm telling you right now, you get a different perspective on all this when you watch your friends devoured before your very eyes.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
They didn't hold the special sauce either.
Szechuan
Slathered it
sauce.
all over.
Shoshana just goes, peanut butter and marshmallow fluff for me, please.
Yeah.
Perhaps some
Mind you, he
tactical
thinks that's great,
flanking-
but Rex thinks it's horrifying.
Perhaps some tactical flanking with bread would solve this problem.
Yes.
What seems to be the situation out there?
We have managed to recover most of the sheep that have been counted ever since the Caterpillar Nexus event. However, we are still missing one, and we worry that it is in the Dark and Nasty Forest. The Dark and Nasty Forest, of course, is
yes.
very earning of its namesake, as it is both dark and nasty in there. Also is a forest, but I mean, that's just what it is. So we have decided to send you, along with our chief architect, that being the third pig. And you see this pig that has kind of like this tool belt and these kind of goggles on his head, smoking like a cigar. He's like, "All right, I'll help if I have to, but I'll tell you, we gotta make it back here one piece. I didn't build this place from scratch just to see it all fall apart because we couldn't get one fucking sheep back." That's great.
Rex is like drooling a little, looking at the pig, but like,
no.
oh, never mind.
So
I just hand you a handkerchief.
Thank you. It's all gonna be good. Save the sheep. Understood. Save the
I
world.
use mine for tears, but clearly you got water coming from a different
Oh
spot.
no.
Yeah. That's how I cry.
Okay, that's wonderful. So the dwarves will provide a distraction so you are able to escape from the third pig's house, and you can make your way to the dark forest to rescue the final sheep. Are there any questions about your adventure?
That seems pretty straightforward. Do we get are there snacks? Have we packed provisions?
We
Second
do...
breakfast? Or is it that the pig?
Please do not eat the architect.
Wait, sorry. But are there snacks?
Well, you can provide snacks for yourself. So we've seen. But additionally, we can send you with food if you'd like. We were going to originally send you with just combat rations. But regardless, we can send you with something a little more filling if you need to. If we can, this is sort of our last shot as it is. So regardless,
why
we're
save
starting
things?
anyways.
Let's go all in.
Right, exactly.
Shoshana just goes, the clouds are made of cotton candy.
Let's go there.
Well, that's not quite the mission. We do have some of the house left from the Wicked Witch who was trying to eat Hansel and Gretel that you could potentially bring along.
Sure.
If you'd like.
Okay. That sounds good.
Perfect.
I have a question as well.
Yes.
If we fall in the line of duty, will our song be sung? Will our legend be told for ages to come?
Of course. Of course.
Will you carry our souls with you as I carry the souls of my fallen friends with me? And I spread my chicken wings, and there's just a chorus of I wanna claim your soul that just echoes out from underneath as I then fold them back. And I should also say, Paul McCluckney has a full Beatle-style bowl cut, except it's not actually hair. It's just his rooster comb.
Oh,
It's his rooster
weird.
comb in the shape of a Beatles bowl cut.
Weird. I can't even picture that. That's horrifying.
I'll carry your soul. If I make it and you don't.
I'll
make sure that your remains are honored.
I give you a predator handshake.
Yeah, excellent.
Thank you. And I'll sing of you too. I'll start writing about it right now.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is urgent. So if we don't have any other questions, please, it would be wise if you were to
Sure.
go, please.
Shoshana is already skipping in the direction of the forest.
Rex
Perfect.
is just chewing on a giant gingerbread shingle.
You
All right.
hear like a war horn, and the dwarves are like, all right, we're getting ready to go. You just hear like this like charge, and you hear like mortars start going off as they start pulling the attention of all of the bad fairy tale folks outside as you go out the back entrance and make your way towards the dark forest. Sorry, the dark nasty forest specifically. It's earned the second name after the Caterpillar Nexus event.
Also, there's another forest that's just the dark forest. It's not very nasty. It's just very dark.
It's just really dark.
yeah.
That's where the ham comes from.
The nasty forest is a whole nother story too. I mean, because
Exactly.
that's kind
Right.
of worse because you could see it.
Brightly
You
lit.
know, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Comfortably bright.
It's if you want ignorance or fear or kind of a mix of both. That's kind of it's pick your poison. Unfortunately, your poison is very dark and very nasty.
I cast dark vision.
Good for you. You now have dark vision.
I just have dark vision.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is there anyone
Same.
who doesn't have dark vision? I know the
The
Warforged
only
probably
darkness
doesn't.
I can't see into are the depths of my own soul.
Horrifying. Well, does that just make you, Matt? Do you have any dark vision? I don't think
think so.
Warforged get it. Thank you.
It's the same with the tongues. They keep it with their tongues.
Oh, horrible. Horrifying.
I'm just gonna taste everything as I go. That's how I'll know what's around.
Oh, I've already licked it. Trust me.
I was gonna say Rex will appreciate that.
So, you are all making your way through the dark forest along with the architect, who is the third pig. And
Does he have dark vision?
the third pig does not have dark vision, unfortunately.
Okay, so is he carrying a light or what?
He kind of has like a little hoof hand on Shoshana, is kind of like using her to guide him through the forest. And he says, "You know, I was thinking, what happens when this is over? Does everything just go back to normal? Do we retreat back
I
to
was
our own
wondering that
homes?
myself.
I mean, what is normal anyway?
I mean, normal by the standards of fairy tale characters.
I think the question you should ask is, do people start building out of straw and mud again?
And I've
They
been wondering
learned a
myself.
lesson.
I'm all alone in this world these days, so I'm who's going to need me or feed me if I'm
Oh,
64?
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
I appreciate this so
I-
much.
I
you're
mean,
you're saying that you need somebody to help?
You're out
Anybody?
damn it.
Not just anybody. I need someone.
All right.
I mean, yesterday,
When you were younger, so
Easy
you're
game to
today.
play, believe in yesterday.
Oh man. Yeah, listen, I know someone who's been trying to form a band. I mean, her name's Eleanor Rigby. But
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's pretty lonely.
Yeah, very
so-
fastidious though.
Little
I heard
bit.
she picked up the rice in a church where
Wedding has been. Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
says that shit all the time. It's crazy.
I thought normally they would sweep it. That was what threw me off. Why would you pick it up?
Father Mackenzie doesn't do much, actually. Unfortunately.
It's
Nice
like a
rice.
metaphor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
metaphorical.
Yeah.
It's deep.
What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
19.
Whoa.
17.
Whoa.
I'm very
Nothing.
sad, but very wise.
11.
Not good.
Okay. So Shauna, and Paul McCluckney, you both hear twigs snap, off to your right.
Maybe that's Eloquent Rigby.
Oh my god.
No, no. She's a lot more quiet than that. I think it might even be Lady Madonna. I whirl my silver hammer at the ready.
I've got a hammer.
Oh, was yours Maxwell's too?
It's Rexwell's.
I like this guy.
You turn and you see there is a wolf person leaning against a tree, and they kind of look at the five of you. This is a tall wolf person, like 7-8 feet tall, very imposing
Yo.
figure, and they
Okay.
look
Bulldog.
they look at you and say, well, what do we have in the dark and nasty forest but 5 travelers, all looking so succulent?
I mean, that's a good word. I mean, I like it. What do you guys eat around here? We're just here looking for some mutton.
Oh, you're in the market for sheep.
Maybe some tripe.
Yeah, we need some sheep. Sure, yeah. I like to slaughter it myself.
Well, if you're looking for sheep, I'm afraid you might be fresh out of luck. Last one was taken by my not-so-kind compatriot. You see, I am not the big bad wolf. I'm the wolf who likes drag, if I'm being completely frank with you. But
You're the little bad wolf.
I'm the smaller
No,
bad
you're pretty
wolf.
big. I mean, you're big. The other
It's-
one's bigger?
it's
I
all
thought you were just the big good wolf.
The
Oh,
other one's a lot bigger.
Oh, much bigger. Much bigger. But, regardless, I'm also more sophisticated than he is, and he also has a tendency to eat flesh, which I'm sure some of you share with him.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Fresh out of flesh right now, though.
Oh,
Got some
Same
gingerbread.
goes.
that is...
I have a small cow.
Where did you get the
I
small
thought we
cow?
could trade. I kept it in the sack just in case. I thought we could trade it for some beans if times got rough.
Oh, okay, take a D4. I'll give that one to you.
Can I roll insight on this wolf? Because having had terrible run-ins with wolves in the past, I just want to make
Yes.
sure this wolf is on the up and up.
Yes.
Because I've never heard of the medium drag wolf before.
Medium drag wolf.
That's a 26.
Yeah. This guy's vibes aren't great, if I'm gonna be frank with you. He doesn't seem to be threatening violence at the moment, nor is he in drag. But he doesn't look like one of the wolves that killed the rest of your bandmates after the white after making revolution number 9.
Oh no.
We don't talk
Number
about that
9.
one.
Number 9. No. I would.
You don't recognize
I would
this
like
guy.
to immediately hide. Just like
Yeah.
silently. Just.
roll stealth.
That's a 15.
Is your friend all right? They seem to be hiding from.
Oh, it's a thing. He's edible. You know, I mean, it's kind of just a reaction.
I'm looking through you. You're not the
Just
same.
gets a little jumpy is all.
Oh,
Don't worry, we'll all come together.
Right now.
You know, when time, yeah.
No,
when
when this is
time
all
is
over,
right.
we'll give peace a chance.
no. Well,
Anyhow, you were saying your brother. Where do we find him? What does he want?
oh, brother.
He doesn't want a small cow, because if he says
Brother.
small cow, we got a small cow.
I don't think he needs a small cow, considering he has in his possession one of the final sleep sheep that is yet to be apprehended by the good guys. Now, what he plans to do with
Those
it, I
guys.
don't know.
Bleh.
Yes, the good guys. I prefer moral.
I have a slightly larger cow.
Oh, that one looks a little more animate.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it
he's
blinked.
still black and white.
What is that one's name?
Can you milk it?
Oh, he's the Marquis de Carabas. Don't worry, he's nobility. He's got a whole thing going on.
No Bill Kitty?
No, but
Yes. I don't know
He'll
what
be
he
back.
intends to do with it, but what I do know is that his homestead is just a few miles that way. Nice little cave.
That's great.
I will warn
great.
you that he is not as kind as I am. And additionally, he does have quite the hunger for flesh.
just a couple questions though. First, have some gingerbread because it's good.
Maybe
And
he'd
second,
like to bring- Oh, sorry, Rex. You
and-
go.
I'm just curious. The second question, and then I'll be done. I mean, so John, I don't mean to be like monotonous, but I'm just saying.
No.
Second question:
I tend
what's
to
your drag
interrupt.
name? Yeah, what's your drag name?
Oh. I like to keep those parts of my life pretty separate. It's a compartmentalization technique. But in terms of that, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. I glance over to where, well, actually with a 15, I actually just glance right over at Paul McCluckney and I'm just like,
Yeah.
giving a sort of like,
yeah,
doesn't
I-
have a, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Untrustworthy.
all right, let's
I
go.
was just thinking maybe if your compatriot is hungry, our friend Paul McCluckney could lead him to the strawberry fields, and he could stay there forever.
Unfortunately, the flesh that my compatriot so desires is not of the vegetable nature, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Well, strawberries are a fruit.
My voice echoes out from my hiding place, and I say, "You may not have the strawberry fields forever, but I will take you down, because I'm going to."
We do know the Eggman too, I think. So, we've got options.
Not the walrus. The walrus is a bad fairy tale character.
The walrus was me!
Cuckoo Cachoo.
Okay, why don't we go? I think we've got this place. We got some gingerbread to offer. He's hungry, but that's okay. And we have a small cow. I think we got this.
By all means.
I'm definitely moving like
Oh, yeah.
silently towards the wolf at this point.
Yeah.
Still maintaining eye contact with Rex.
Yeah.
Keeping a close guard over Paul McCluckney. I got to protect our magical mystery tour here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Moving on.
You
Let's
moving
do
on?
it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
To the lamb.
Yeah.
Feeling sheepish.
You guys head out.
And wool gathering.
You guys begin to head out. And the wolf does not move. The wolf, you could just feel the eyes of this character on your back as you
Yeah.
continue, but they don't seem to leave. Regardless, you continue to make your way towards the cave of the big bad wolf, the big one. And eventually, you come to it. In fact, you find it pretty easily, considering this is the dark and nasty forest. Almost a little too easily. It's not as far as you thought it would be, but this is certainly a big cave, and inside, there is certainly a big wolf. Huge, gargantuan
I think-
wolf.
As we enter the cave, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Sure, yeah.
So all of us will get a +10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
All
Excellent.
right.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, you begin to enter the cave and you see this wolf you're not quite sure what this wolf is doing. It's hunched over, but from the angle you're currently at, you can't see what it is doing. It's again, this is not just a wolf. This is a humanoid fairy tale-esque wolf, and it is towering over you, even crouched down. This is a massive wolf. But you can't quite catch what they're doing. They're kind of hunched over and doing something. They're back facing the entrance.
I would
Do
like
we
to
see
yell
any
out.
sign of the sheep, or any sign that the sheep might have been here. Wool, blood, tripe.
Tracks even?
can
Wolf
make
tracks?
About to say it's me and you, kid. No, sorry, never mind. That's a sheep. I'm feeling sheepish about it. I'm embarrassed.
you can make me
Don't feel so bad.
God damn it. You can make a perception check if you want. But yeah, that's up to you. Again, it is pretty dim, so if you don't have dark vision, it will be a disadvantage.
I got a
Not
28.
28.
I got a 28.
Nat 1. Shoshana, this is all still a lot for you, and this big bad
She's
wolf.
just oblivious. She's just happily oblivious.
Aren't we all happily oblivious? That's just how it is these days. Anyways, with
15.
a 15,
28. Did we get anything?
28, nah. Yeah, 28. You can
Very well hidden.
You just your third eye opens as if you were doing drugs with the Beatles. As you can see, there are drag marks into the deeper recesses of this cave.
Dragon marks? We're in Eberron? Drag marks.
Drag marks. And drag
But
is
are
an
they-
odd
drag
sound.
name?
Are they? Yeah. Are
Yeah,
they
not-
drag
not-
marks?
not-
or are they like drag?
Not
marks?
Okay,
drag.
he was a drag wolf.
Drag marks, but
That's
drag.
maybe
Glitter
we're
everywhere.
Makeup and
we're
glitter and
That's-
wigs and stuff.
That's what he was saying all along. He wasn't the drag wolf. He was the wolf who drags.
Drags
We
things.
just misunderstood him the whole time.
These
we're
things
not
happen.
seeing a drag show. Very disappointing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Twist and Scout.
I would like
Okay.
to go over to the rest of the group and say, look, I think we may need to. I know our main priority here is to try and take the sheep, so we may need to distract the wolf. Are you okay if I try and create a diversion?
Yeah. We'll sing your song if
All
you
right.
die horribly.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, we hope it doesn't come to that, but I mean, you know, we will if we do. You know, I mean,
Yes.
if you want to give us some tips, some notes on how the song should go, like maybe we should work that out before you do the dangerous thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we should have talked about this beforehand.
Yeah, I
Right,
understand.
You know, I mean,
I understand. Like, I look, and I start
three
showing the
classic
sheet
chords.
music. Yeah, I
Okay,
start showing the sheet
okay,
music,
good.
and I'm like, look, if you try to see it my way, I'm sure we can work it out.
Okay.
And I will look up at the wolf and yell out, "Hey, bulldog!" and see if I can get him, provoke him into turning around.
Did we work it out 8 days a week?
There is a
Yes.
twitching from this gargantuan thing. I'm assuming the rest of you are not near the distraction at this point.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
So please give me stealth if you are.
We went down a long and winding road.
Oh my God.
We all have +10 to stealth. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I would
Great, 'cause
have
I rolled a
a
1.
27.
27.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I have a I have a 14.
You have a 14. Yikers.
Yep.
What do we have total, Kara? You might carry Matt here.
I got a nat 20 and I have a +10. So
You have
that's
a
a 30.
Wait, plus 10?
Because it's pass. I have pass because I cast pass without trace.
Oh, I
So
thought that
we have
was.
a we,
I thought that was your stealth modifier for a second. Like, you have a 40 in stealth right now? I'm like, no, you give me that right. Okay, 30.
No, my stealth modifier is +0 actually.
I figured. But yeah, you guys are fine. As you make your way around the wolf, as it swivels its head slowly around. This thing looks almost corpse-like. It's very gaunt looking. As it looks over to you, Sir Paul McCluckney, and it looks at you and like kind of clicks its teeth together slightly, and just stares at you. It doesn't say anything.
I saw him standing there, and I would like to, I would like to fan my wings, and I would like to say, I used to be a paperback writer before you came in and slaughtered my friends and family.
What a twist. This wolf looks at you, and like its teeth the lips kind of pull back on its teeth, and you just hear in your head, "Are you afraid?"
I think I hear that in my head.
Yes, like telepathically.
I'm like, Mother Mary, is that you?
Hey, Jude, move it.
Yes.
You also, Kara, thank you for the D6 of inspiration from Melissa. Yeah, this thing is just looking at you. The rest of you are able to get deeper into the cave. Switching back to our very focused upon former band member. What's the exit strategy here?
I wanna try and provoke a duel with this wolf and keep it busy for as long as possible, and maybe even get revenge for my fallen bandmates. So I would like to raise my weapon and point it at the wolf and say, it's been a long time, but now I'm gonna bring it home. Here comes the son of a bitch. And I'm gonna attack. I guess I'm gonna attack the wolf.
Yeah, the wolf's smile turns into like this rictus grin as it says, "Ah, yes, your friends,
Where did
they
that
were
come from?
delicious." And they turn around completely and
Very
stand
scientific.
to their full height, and
Aw.
it looks to be
Yeah.
like 25 feet. Like, this is a very large guy.
Oh my goodness.
As these like
He's
distended
compensating
claws.
for something. I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess this is a duel. Go ahead, roll initiative. Pre-break, I think this is one of the few ever Spontaniums where you've had combat before the break. Oh wow, he did not roll very well though.
I got an 11, so I didn't roll super great either.
Wow, you still go first. You still
my
barely
goodness.
eke it out. Yeah, what is it you'd
Okay.
like to do? He is currently 30 feet away from you, and has like these claws that are kind of like he's kind of built like a gorilla in that his arms are very long, so his giant claws are like scraping against the ground.
Oh my. Okay, so I would like to I'd like to take out my short bow. And actually, no. First, I'm going to. Yeah, no, we're going short bow. I'm going to
Hell
take
yeah.
out my short bow quickly, load an arrow, and fire it in an attack. That is 17 to hit the wolf.
Yeah, this is a big bad wolf. Not very well
Alright.
armored.
Okay, so that is going to be. I can't sneak attack on this, so that's 9 points of piercing damage. And then I would like to bonus action hide. And I'd like to say out, "You can't see me," as I go and hide.
Wonderful, wonderful. Go ahead and give me a
I got
stealth check.
a 27. on
Okay,
my stealth check.
you managed to hide as this thing takes the arrow, doesn't even flinch. Like, this thing looks like it is not really of this place. Like, it's been like kind of stretched into like these horrific proportions. Not something you would hope to see in a bedtime story. But regardless, thank you so much, GMDL Cast, for the tier 1 gift sub. Much appreciated. Additionally, our 4 other folks, meaning the rest of the cast and the Architect Pig, you continue to go deeper.
Yeah, I forgot the pig was with us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had other NPCs to voice. Sorry. As you make your way deeper into the cave. It is dark down here, but fortunately the wolf seems to be distracted as you hear Beatles references being flung at this thing. But there was no response to any of these things, just silence otherwise. As you make your way down this sort of kind of corkscrew-esque boring into the earth that goes deeper and deeper past this cave.
It's like a curly
Boring.
Q.
Yeah, boring.
It's a big pig's tail, is what you're saying? There's a giant pig down there? Pig?
Maybe.
Is that
There-
you?
Maybe.
That'll do, pig.
No, hey, keep it down with the babe jokes, okay? Come on.
Sorry, can't help it.
Anyways,
A very remarkable pig.
Yes,
He's a
and
pig in the big city.
only in the second film, yes. But regardless, we gotta get down there. We gotta find this sheep because, well, I mean, if this thing dies, it could be real bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we'd be fleeced, not in a good way. So, we better we gotta do this right.
Yeah.
Do we have any tactical strategies potentially for this operation?
We take it on the lam. No, wait, no, sorry, that doesn't even make sense.
I know you can't see my face really right now because it's pretty dark down here, but I'm so disappointed. I'm so
Yeah,
well,
alright.
granted, my expectations were low, I suppose, but wow.
Okay.
Wow.
My feeling is we're gonna run into something, and what we do is we eat it.
But not the sheep.
No, I mean whatever's in the way.
Oh,
Think of it
sure,
like a
yeah.
big sandwich, and boom, it worked for me.
All right, great.
My thought is I'll get really mad,
Right.
and then I'll run in there, and that's sort of the extent of my strategy. Like that's my toolbox right there.
Okay.
It's like an anger management issue.
So let me ask you a question. Do you get angry every time you eat food? Is that like just a thing that happens?
I mean,
Or-
only when it's moving.
How often is your food moving?
When there isn't some that isn't moving.
Oh,
I suppose technically I should just look him straight in the eye and just say, "Oh, nothing." But
all right. Well, you know what? I guess plan of attack is send Rex in first to eat it, and we will help with the dressing. Is that good? All right. Let's be careful about this. As you continue to corkscrew downwards, light begins to appear, and you enter this cavern with these kind of torches placed about, and at the other end you can see a pen with the sheep in it. And the sleep sheep looks beautiful. It's like this kind of like, like the Greek myth of Jason and the ram, kind of like this beautiful golden-esque fleece. And it kind of moves around with like this sands of time kind of billowing off it. It's a very majestic looking creature. And in front of it is this completely still pool of water that is about 60 feet on each side. And it's like this jet black water that is before this pen.
Finally, I can
use-
see.
I use Mind Link to telepathically talk to the sheep and be like, "Don't worry, little lamb."
Ah! Someone's talking to me! Good heavens! What the fuck? Holy shit! Oh my god, I thought I was going to die. Oh no.
You're not going to die.
Holy
We're here to
shit.
get you out.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Wow, I've had the worst day ever since that caterpillar came and fucked everything up. It's been a little wacky here. Where am I, by the way? Do you know?
You're in the, what is it? The big, dark, nasty forest? The dark, nasty forest?
The
There's
dark, nasty
something dark.
forest? Oh
There's
no.
something dark and something nasty in
That
there.
is
I don't remember
nasty.
the order.
That's horrible and dark and nasty. Oh no. Anyways, I don't know how you would get across this lake, this pond. But good luck, I suppose.
So it's like in ground.
It is in ground.
can't-
Like there
we
is
can't-
no. There are stalactites hanging from the ceiling, but there's no bridge across this place. There's no discernible boat. Weirdly enough.
So
It's
basically,
just
we're separated from the sheep by this
by this
lake.
dark pit of water. Like it is. Like the only thing you can see are the reflections of the torches.
got an idea. I mean, I'm just saying, my normal answer is to eat things. But eating, you got natural calorie, so I'll try and drink the water.
Okay, I mean, hey, if you're going for it, why not, right?
I'm just gonna try. I'm a freaking fairy tale.
Yeah. Why not? Everything's hyperbole here. So yeah, you go to drink the water. Give me a con save to drink. See how much water you drink.
Why not? All right.
And he huffed and he puffed and he drank the whole thing. Wow, incredible.
All right. I'm gonna use one of my inspiration dice just because why not?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 22 plus, and it's a save. 26.
Rad. Yeah, you drink a lot of this water. You drink probably like a level of 10 feet of it. So like you are filled to the brim with water, like a lot of it. The issue is, it reveals something within. Scales that crest upon a long body. Beautiful scales, rainbow scales, as this thing raises its head, as the elongated
Ooh,
sea serpent
pretty.
version of the rainbow fish looks down on you and says, "You're here for my scales. I will rip you in twain." And that is where we're taking our break.
Something in the water. Sorry.
Guys. We will see you in 10 minutes. But until then, get a drink, get a bite to eat, kiss a consenting family member. I don't know, whatever you do with your 10 minutes. And we will see you then. Bye-bye. howdy ho, gang. I missed the click on the microphone button on OBS, so that's probably why you saw my mouth open and no sound come out. It's good to be back, and it's even better to be back with a sponsor. You might be wearing a shirt right now. If you're not, good for you. Honestly, that's the move. But if you are wearing a shirt, you might think to yourself, what if this shirt had thing I like on it? What if I could use my shirt to say to other people, hey, this is something I like, and they could be like, wow, I like that thing too, and you're like, fuck off, this is my thing, and they get really defensive about it, and then you guys fight for a while, but then you come to see that maybe you're not so different after all, and the wedding is fantastic, there's lots of cake, and everyone is happy, and it's a fairy tale ending. You can't do that without a Gem Firefly t-shirt, is what I'm trying to say. These are great t-shirts. They're really soft. Additionally, there are mugs with thing you like on them, flags, blankets now, I believe.
Yeah.
I was looking at the blankets the other day.
The blankets are pretty great.
I forgot about the blanket.
Did you make the blankets, Matthew?
I make them, yeah. It's been a while.
So yeah, Matthew runs this store. And for some reason lets me promote them with horrible snake oil cures attached to them.
It's so good. It's my favorite part of the week.
So, if you want to buy a thing with thing you like on it, you should go to gemfirefly.com, and additionally, you can get 15% off your whole order with code Spontanium15. Additionally, all the stuff that you buy there goes to some really good causes, so you should do that. And I mean, it's again, that's code Spontanium15. That's at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen if you so feel like getting some shirts with thing you like on them. And with that being said, that's the ad. And as the ad finishes, that veil of safety between our players and the rainbow sea serpent is gone. Roll for initiative. Ooh.
I use my inspiration here.
Yeah, good idea.
I think I'm pretty comfortable. I got a 14. That's not too bad. I'm
16.
saving my inspiration for, I don't know,
Yeah.
something.
I used my inspiration and got 20.
What's your dex?
My dex is 14.
Okay. Thank you, Matt, for the sub.
Yeah. Sponsored,
Hell yeah. So we have 20, we have 14 for Kara. And Matt, what did you get?
16.
16. And you had gotten an 11, right, Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay, then we will come back to you when it gets to your turn on the initiative as we kind of do a two-parter. Like those Captain Underpants ones, so you flip back and forth real quick. Matt? Kara?
I think Rex beats me.
Yes, most certainly. There we go. Wolf. Pig. Okay, starting off, we do have Rex. Rex, in front of you is a huge rainbow sea serpent. Its scales glistening in the torchlight as it kind of moves around in the water that you were not able to fully drink, though you did drink an alarmingly substantial amount of water. My lord. So you were now kind of like cartoonishly bloated, like a globe. I will say you are highly pressurized at the moment. What you would like to do with that information is up to you, but it is currently your turn.
All right, so it's a giant sea serpent, right?
Giant sea serpent.
Here's what I'm going to try and do.
Yeah.
I'm going to get I'm really hungry. I'm
Sure.
just saying. Which is to say I'm going to start by entering rage.
Of course.
And probably this is like an athletics check. I don't know. But what I am envisioning is I want to get up onto the serpent and I'm gonna try and basically just put my head down and spit out all the water and make like a water jet and just try and blow my way up to get on the back of the serpent.
Yes. You are already raging, so the athletics check would be at advantage already. Yep. Go ahead and make it. This will lower the DC, considering the fact that you are full of pressurized water.
Sure, exactly. That then is with the advantage. I have 18 on the die, so that's 25.
Oh, easily. You just whoosh. And you do land on the sea serpent. Do you want to try to grapple it, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna try to. I mean, if I can, sure. I mean, mainly I just want to get a good hook on, assuming I can start banging on it, in the future.
Yeah, that's fully allowed.
So I definitely want to hang on, and I'd like to lick it. Like, I just definitely want to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Lick it like a lollipop.
I was assuming that would be my action and not my move. So in that case, I've done a rage and I've done an action. But if that was a move and I still have an action, I will do something else. But
I will actually allow it to be your movement because you had the water already within you, and it was kind of less of a concerted effort, more of a I'm going to let go of this thing. So I'll say you have an action.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have this giant hammer. Mm-hmm. It's not silver, unfortunately. I have this giant hammer, and I'm like, thinking about hitting it, but I just feel like starting off, among other things, it's like a giant fish sandwich. And so I do just have to try and bite it, just to get a taste. It's not as effective, but and that would be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So with the it's only 8 points of damage, but my big question is, what's it taste like?
Fishy.
But is it a rainbow of flavors? I wanted to taste the rainbow.
Yeah, it's like fish with Skittles, which is the worst thing I think I've ever thought of. That sounds horrific.
Fish Skittles. You'd have like a cod and a haddock and a salmon, which would be pink.
Yeah, they're all various.
That's a flavor waiting to happen.
They're all various shades of pink and gray.
Yes,
it's just horrendous.
A whole sushi
I'll try and do something more dramatic and useful in the future. But like I said, you got to start off by getting a little taste of things before you. So I'm just hanging on and chewing a little.
1,000,000%. You bite through one of its scales, and it is now its turn. And it kind of whips its tail around, and you see this like kind of fan that kind of has these razor sharp barbs on it, and it says, "You think that you can bite through my carapace? My razor sharp fins will destroy you." As it kind of whips it around, it kind of cuts you in half. But
if it misses, is it going to hit itself?
We will see. We will see how much restraint it has over its own rage, really. So that first to hit is a 20 not nat.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just do the second attack. That is probably not. That's a 12.
Nope.
Okay, then I will roll to see if it hits itself. Okay, I did have a D10. I was like, how would I not? Oh. It does. So, you are going to take, excuse me, 10 points of slashing.
But I'm raging.
Reduced to half, indeed, and it is going to deal some damage to itself. As the first one lands into and the second one hits right next to you, and it says, my hubris, no! And Matt, you are now up as this thing is like writhing around in this inky black water.
Yeah, I think I just gotta go run straight at it, leap, and see if I can get this rapier, and also join this wrestling match in the water.
Athletics, please, my good man.
Yeah, I'm good at that one.
You should try drinking the water first. It really helps.
I'm very jealous that I cannot lick this thing as well.
It's very sad.
I have 17.
Yeah, you managed to get
Athletics.
onto yeah, you managed to get
Athletics.
onto the serpent, who at the moment it kind of closes the circuit by hitting itself with its razor sharp tail. You grab onto it as it goes still for just that split second. What are you doing?
I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna just skewer right into the thing with the my rapier.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I saved my thing. I have a 14.
14 just does it.
Oh, hey, all right.
Yeah.
Rapier damage. So I have it on my second monitor.
Wow.
Damage of 12.
Okay. Dang. Okay.
I'm just gonna action surge and just get one more in there.
Oh.
You get a taste. I mean, I'm just saying, if you don't taste your enemy, you really don't know if it's worth the fight.
Is it possible to squeeze in a taste on this action surge?
Depends how deep you cut with this this sword. Like if you
18 to hit.
expose it. Yep.
This is the sword of dreams. It does not sleep on the job. Let's see here. Damage of 8.
8.
Does the Sword of Dreams always sleep on the job? Because you gotta be dreaming.
Daydream.
Helps other people dream.
Yeah. With a total of 20 points of damage, you expose a part. You just kind of just bite down that
Little vice grip.
Little chomp. It says, "Stop biting me! What is wrong with you people? What the fuck is this?" It's going to use one of its legendary actions to attack Rex.
Oh, it's legendary. I love
that.
Legendary.
That'll hit 24. And it is going to whip its head around.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that is another 10 reduced to 5 piercing damage.
If you want to swallow me and I'll go down inside and tear out your heart from inside, I would do that. I would eat your heart from inside.
You don't know that you would be dissolved by my rancid stomach acid before that.
I'm willing to take that chance. Are you?
You're weird. You're a weird little guy. Kara, you're up.
Just growling at each other.
Feral.
Right here.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm Will Ferrell, baby.
Oh, no.
I just want to clarify here. Rex and Sir Rip are both on top of the sea serpent.
On top is generous, but yeah, they're on the sea serpent.
Okay.
Physically attached.
If I make a spell attack against the sea serpent, am I gonna hurt the other members of my party here?
It depends if its area of effect. I mean, we'll see.
How big is it?
That is the question.
It doesn't say for what I'm thinking. I had to scrap my first plan because you're on top of it. But I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip.
You can get just that.
Thorn, whip it good.
Were you gonna reverse gravity and fling it into space? Because I thought about doing that myself, but then I thought I'd just bite it instead.
What?
First plan was diplomacy, but
I love the idea that Rex is actually an incredibly powerful magic caster and is just used a single spell because he's so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
Also played by Will Ferrell, apparently. Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you were great in Stranger Than Fiction. That's incredible.
Worst choice of my career.
I thought it was pretty good.
Make a melee spell attack
So you're the
against
one.
Creature. Okay, so
What?
it's
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm too deep in the bit.
that is a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so it's 1d6 of damage. Where did my d6 go?
I don't know.
Oh, duh.
Oh, I've got it right here. Sorry, I borrowed it. I thought I needed
I
one.
did. That is a whopping 1 point of damage. And If the creature is large or smaller, I pull the creature up to 10 feet closer
It
to
is
me.
not large. This is a very big creature. Like muy big.
That's fine.
I was hoping you were gonna pull it anyway. I was rooting for you.
You can make. You know
Because
what?
like Thorn,
Fuck
Root.
it. You can make an athletics check if you want to try to pull this thing in. It's not going to be a small check though.
I mean,
Show, shine, show, shine, show,
Just-
shine.
Get him on in there.
that is, you know what? That might actually work. That is a, oh, well, maybe not. 17?
Nah, you're close though. If you have any inspiration dice, it's potential.
I do, actually.
This was DC 20. I didn't want to make it easy. Because this is a big
So
fella.
that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you somehow just like whips like, ow, well, that didn't hurt very well. Holy shit! You start pulling the rainbow fish. Like by the way, in terms of
Also-
image, this thing has the head of just rainbow fish. So it's not like this horrifying sea serpent. It's like this body of a sea serpent with the head of rainbow fish. So it's this very uncanny looking thing. But you pull it,
And I'm
towards
just like hand over hand, like reeling it in.
you. Stop that! You suck. Grr.
And then I use my bonus action to do Balm of the Summer Court for
Oh.
Rex. So to
thanks.
heal him, I'll roll 1d6
Aw.
and give you 5 HP back, and you also get
Whoa.
1 temporary hit point.
Rad. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's a whole fish bite right there.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Is that your turn?
I believe that is my turn. Yes.
Okay.
Because unlike my compatriots, I have no interest in climbing on top of the sea serpent.
Valid. We switch back to just outside the cave. Our friend
use it.
Paul McCluckney, you are hiding from this wolf that is like clacking its teeth together to kind of create these weird echoes around it, and you can hear this telepathic voice. You have to hope it is just projecting and not directly pointing at you. That just says, "I'm very hungry for some chicken. It can be raw if it needs to be." And you hear like these sparks fly off the stone as it moves its claw across it. This is a spooky wolf. You are hidden though. This thing does not see you, as far as you can ostensibly tell. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use all of my powers to try and, or as many of my powers as I can bring to bear, try and keep attacking this wolf. I'm gonna try and stay away from it and just keep going after it.
Hell yeah.
I would like to take out an arrow and whisper, "You say you want chicken? Well, here's a skewer with hatred from me to you." And I would like to shoot my short bow. Which I'm hidden, right? So I have advantage.
Yes and yes.
Okay. That's does a 13 hit the wolf?
Not quite. You got any sauce you want to put on that?
I don't have any sauce. No
No,
one has given me inspiration.
Nobody's given Jeremy sauce. Chat.
Nobody has given me any
Chat,
sauce.
Give me Jeremy some sauce to put on
I
that.
mean, I
please,
would have,
someone.
but you said we're not allowed.
That is that is
to
not
give
allowed.
other
Cast
characters.
Someone
members cannot
spare
give
me some
cast
sauce.
members sauce. Unallowed.
Well, seeing as I failed with my initial shot, I'm still going to try and play keep away. So I'm going to try and hide again. I'm
Fair.
gonna and then like or more like and try and hide.
I will say you're gonna have to move before you hide, just
Okay.
because like if you hide in the same spot, the wolf's just gonna be like,
Yeah, I will shoot, run 30 feet away into deeper into the shadows, and then I rolled a 21, or dirty 20 rather, a dirty 20
dirty 20. Okay.
on stealth.
All right. The arrow clings against rock, and you see this thing's head whip towards where you were, and then it kind of looks around. I'm going to make a perception check for this beast.
Yeah,
Eight.
unfortunately, my central phantom ability requires 2 creatures to be there. And so I can't use any of my subclass features. I can only use my regular rogue stuff.
That is unfortunate. What I will say though is it moves over to where you were, and starts it uproots a small tree with one hand and tries to find you. The entrance to the cave is now unguarded. As we switch back to inside the cave, and it's pig time, our artificer pig friend takes out a gun and just aims it at the sea serpent and is like,
Pig with a gun!
yeah, pig with a gun, motherfucker! Boom, boom, boom.
I would just like to point out that in a world in which, we are hitting it with sticks and swords and things, that the third little pig has a gun, which is basically the equivalent of straw to, sticks to bricks. This pig clearly is all about superior tools.
Oh,
and I appreciate that.
Yes, this pig is very well versed in the art of superior engineering. I should have made him German. Damn it.
He's got some good answers to some stuff here.
He squeezes off a couple of rounds on Rainbow Fish. What an odd sentence to say aloud. As a couple of the scales fall off, and Rainbow Fish is like, "Is that a gun? Oh, fuck you. That's not fair." And it is now Rex's turn again.
Well, I'm still very hungry.
So I am going to bite it again and be reckless this time, and I'm just digging in there. And so with that in mind, that's like a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that is again 8 points of damage.
Nice.
But as a gnoll, I have an ability that when I hit somebody with a bite attack, I can do a regular attack as a bonus action. That's what I'm doing. So that's why I did them backwards.
Very cool.
And I can move a little. So I'm sort of shifting around to a new place. I'm like, there's nothing here. And this time, I will actually go ahead and try to hit him with my maul and use Great Weapon Master.
Ooh.
So that is okay, good. That's a 17 with the -5.
Yeah.
So 17 is in there.
Oh, yeah.
And if that hits, I need my second. There we are. So I've tried to chew on him a little, take a little bite here and there, but that is going to be, with the rage bonus, hang on, 27 points of damage.
Ooh. Wow. Dang. That
so,
is...
bam! I got to get to the real meat down below.
Yeah, this thing, if I believe if that is your turn, it the head kind of flips around and looks at you and says, "All right, enough playing nice." And it is, you have moved it closer to you.
Yeah. Come on, eat me.
And it starts to spin in this alligator death roll type spin.
Oh, no.
So I need the 2 people who are attached to it to make I guess grapple check, and then
I was gonna say dex.
And then dex at disadvantage. Kara,
Okay.
you are going to make dex normally as this thing scales shoot off of it in this shower of razor sharp.
Because I'm not on top of
things.
it.
Yes, exactly.
See, then I got cocky and I rolled low.
Well,
Is the dex thing a saving throw or an ability check?
that is a saving throw, so you would have
Okay.
the
Danger
advantage.
sense.
Okay, so
The advantage
that is,
would negate the disadvantage you have. So
Got it.
that is a powerful 9.
Oh, you're getting hit. For sure. Oh well, you're getting hit for full. I mean, oh boy, our pig is certainly getting hit.
Got a 16 for my dex.
16 for dex. What'd you get for your grapple?
14.
14.
I had a 25 for grapple, 16 for dex.
Wow. Okay, then both of you actually managed to take half, and the 2 people who are farther away take. Maybe it's a velocity thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Neither of you are thrown off, but there is some damage to be had.
I'm just saying Rex like has his teeth like dug into it. Like
Oh,
he's just
yeah.
hanging off.
You
but
are
he's
hanging on by your teeth.
I am.
Okay, that is woof.
Did I mention
Gross.
that I have skin on my teeth? But yeah. I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
god
Oh,
damn it.
Sorry,
man.
sorry. Yeah, that was a long
That's
way
good
home.
one.
Yeah, I'm just working on that. Took a while.
That is has 22 points of slashing damage. Have to 11 if you succeeded, and have to 5 if you are raging. As this thing shakes off some of its scales.
Gus.
Our pig is not looking good. But yeah,
I don't
Like
usually
the
do as
thing.
many victory dances on a stream, but I can't help it.
I'm glad
Love
you're
Rex's
feeling so
thing.
victorious.
Great.
Yeah.
But that's the Serpent's all turn. Sir Rip, not Van Winkle, is up.
Yes. Oh man, I didn't even come up with that. I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna stab right into this rainbow roll fish here real quick, and
I'd kill some
Yeah.
sushi right now. Damn. Now that I'm
Alright.
thinking about it. Ugh.
Skittles, sushi Skittles.
Oh, that sounds horrific on a level I can't describe.
get the grape ones going. I got a 20 to hit.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
A total of 13 skewer piercing damage.
Oh, dang. This thing is
Just trying to help out my friend Rex here and just drive this thing right into it to help maybe create some kind of also additional spot for hands to grab onto it, like pull this thing out.
Sure. Yeah, this thing is not looking so great anymore. You guys have done some substantial damage to it. Speaking of substantial damage, Kara, you are now up.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of substantial damage.
this thing is flailing around in a very dangerous way.
It's kind of like a game of chicken. No offense to Sir Paul McCluckney, but it's
I
kind of
resemble
like,
that remark.
It's like, do I heal or do I hurt, and which one of us is gonna go down first?
That's a good question. Who knows?
Go for the hurt. Go for the hurt.
Sure, I'll go for the hurt. As a bonus action, I'm going to evoke a flame blade, and then as my action, I'm going to attack with it.
Yeah. Go for it. Kill him.
That's a nat 1
Oh,
plus 7, so that's an 8.
no, yeah. Well, I mean,
Do you still have a die?
No, I used it.
that is
Sure.
unfortunate. I will say that is quite unfortunate. Do you have anything else you would like to do on your turn?
That was my bonus action. That was my action.
You wanna move anywhere?
Start backing away slowly.
Fantastic.
I get out of the range here.
The serpent is using its legendary action to attack Sir Rip. Ooh, yeah, that is going to hit for sure. No doubt about it. And that is 12 points of slashing as this thing hits you with its tail.
Oh boy.
Outside.
I want to hold your fin.
Outside the cave. Speaking of which, Paul McCluckney, this thing is looking for you in the bushes away from the entrance to the cave. What is the game plan?
Can I hear like the chaos that's going on down there?
Very faintly, but yes, you can.
Okay. I'm trying to keep this thing off of them. So I'm wondering if I don't want us to have to deal with it either. But then again, All right, let's see what happens if we bring everything together. I'm just gonna try. This is a terrible idea.
Honestly, then you'll get to use your two things.
Yeah, then I'll get to use my. I'll actually get to use my thing. So I'll try and shoot it again.
Yeah.
And this time I will say, "Hey, you've got a ticket to die." And then this time I got a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, then I'm going to sneak attack as well. So the initial thing is 7 plus another 3, so 10.
Dang.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to I'm guessing that it's more than 30 feet through this cave to where they are.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash and run. In fact, I'm going to take flight and sort of half fly, half run. I'll jump and flutter while I kick a lot and go 60 feet down the cave towards my compatriots.
Yeah, behind you, not in your head, you heard this physical roar as you hear like this pounding of footfalls behind you.
I'm a bird on the run.
Yeah.
Bird on the run.
This thing is not catching you, but you hear like
I'm with you.
This.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we needed some chorus there.
Yeah, Sailor Sam is running the game right now, actually. Yeah, Wolf is coming down. Pig turn. Pig got gun. Pig gonna try to shoot. Pig is gonna cast Cure Wounds on our good friend Shoshana, because you do not look good, right?
You.
Yeah. Wow, that's really not a lot though. 5 points of healing for you.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's a bite. Yeah, it's a fish bite.
Yeah, hey, take this.
Uncleric pig.
Well, yeah. It is now Rex. This thing is tasting better and better by the second as it's beginning to bleed its life force.
I do actually feel a little bad though, so I want to start by just taking a piece of gingerbread shingle and saying, here, take this, because I want to give a fish a cookie and see what happens.
You want to offer it a cookie?
Yeah. You want a cookie, fish?
I want you all to fuck off. What do you like, a cookie?
Here, take the cookie.
It's a little too fucking late for a cookie. Are you serious?
Yeah. Have you tried it? How do you know you don't like what you've never even tried? This is a valuable moral lesson.
We are
for all the kids
mid-combat.
out there.
This could be a poisoning attempt.
I'm gonna poison you with a cookie when I've got a giant axe in my hand?
That is a fair point. It's gingerbread?
Yeah. It's good.
Bites it. Wow, that is pretty good.
And then while he's thinking about it, I'm gonna smack him in the head. Sucker!
I trusted you, you bastard! No! There was a good cookie! Go...
Well, I wanted him to have something nice before he died.
Go ahead and roll it.
You gotta be a little being right off the course. Oh yeah, that's yep, that's another same as last time. So it's a 19 to hit and 27 points of damage.
From an
Jesus.
No, that's the maul.
Yeah.
No, I love it if that was my bite. No, this time I didn't mess around. I figured giving him the cookie was my extra. I could have bitten him, but I wanted to give him a cookie.
Yeah, this guy is not looking so hot no more.
But he's a little spicier now.
He's a little spicier.
At least he had something tasty to go down with.
Yeah, he's gonna, on his turn, he's making both his attacks on you.
Yeah, sure.
Some tasty architecture.
But that was a good cookie though, right?
It was. That is a crit and a hit. So
Fair enough.
this is not going to be insubstantial from our dragon friend. I actually have to get another dice. Here we go.
This is what Rex is built for.
Yeah, really.
That's true.
Is this the first time Rex has been partly eaten by someone else?
No.
Rex
That
Edith
is in total.
and Rex B. Edith.
I mean, I did that whole thing where I said, like, if he swallowed me, I was going to eat his liver. And, I mean, I've done that before. Like, that's from experience.
I mean,
it's the whole chain of foods.
he be chomping. And those
Go
chomps
for it.
are 35 points of piercing halved.
17?
17. Thank you. My math is bad. There we
I mean,
go.
that hurts. I'm not going to lie.
He bites you a couple. He's like, you know what tastes better than cookies? Blood of assholes like you. And just is like.
But do I, though? Really? Seriously? I mean, do I taste better than a cookie? I mean, that was a good cookie,
I'm
right?
I'm a carnivore. Yes, it does.
Did he just say that he enjoys eating asses?
No,
More than
I don't
eating
eat ass.
cookies?
I don't eat
I thought
eat
he
ass.
just said he likes eating ass.
No,
That's what I heard.
it
That's-
from
I don't know.
Download. I heard
That's
it from
slander.
Download Game.
I don't eat ass.
I heard you say you like eating assholes because they taste better than cookies.
No, but
That's
like
what I heard.
other
I heard.
people. Oh
Yeah.
no! This is bad. This is really bad. Oh no. It is now Matt. It's your turn.
I distinctly recall exactly what everyone else heard, and I just stab with the rapier. By order of the salmon, I swear this to be true.
Oh no.
17 to hit,
Yeah.
and 11 damage.
Woof. This guy's looking real hurt. Real
I
hurt.
have to use
He's not-
my second wind as well.
Alrighty. Red. Kara, you are up.
Okay. How far is this fucking sea serpent from me?
Like 10 feet.
Okay.
Healed 8.
Rad.
Stab it. Stab it with your flaming blade.
Get him.
Shish kebab that fish. Make a fish
All right.
kebab.
So I am going to Yeah, I'm just gonna like take a big step forward 5 feet and just stab it with my dagger.
Heck yeah, get him.
It's going to do the trick. I totally want Shoshana to
That's a-
just take it down with one little dagger stab.
That's a 15 to hit,
That does hit.
and it's only 1d4 of damage.
Well, you can add your dex or strength to that. To be fair,
I can add my what now? Where's
mean,
my d4?
you can add your dex or
Modifier.
strength. Yeah, your modifier.
Oh, I can add my. Where is the? How do I not? Oh, it was hiding. That's why
They're
I
pretty
couldn't see
small.
it.
They can be difficult to find.
Okay, so that is a 3 plus 2.
No
is
fucking way.
5.
How do you
Was
kill
that
the
the-
sea serpent?
Was that the exact amount
That
of
was
points
the
it was?
exact amount.
Shoshana.
You had a 50-50 shot to kill this thing or not kill this thing, according to your modifier. What do? How do you kill the sea serpent?
I think I just say in a very dreamy tone, I like sushi, and just stab it.
You stab it, and as it's dying, it's like, for the record, I don't eat ass. And it dies as it flops into the water, and like its body floats up. You now
Can I
have a
roll
bridge.
insight? Can I roll insight on that last statement?
Yeah, as you make it down into this area, as you hear this, and you see that the sea serpent's body has formed this buoyant sort of bridge across the water.
I got
I
a
just,
27.
I like
Is this
bounce
an ass-
across.
Is this an ass-eating sea serpent?
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
I'm just saying, he got a little bit of a cookie first.
Get
though.
a moment.
So-
Give me a moment.
He seemed very concerned with us not thinking.
What's your wisdom score? What's your
He was
wisdom
very
score?
defensive.
My wisdom is a 20.
20.
I got a 27
Pick-
on my insight.
Pick a range of 20. For 1 through 100, pick a range of 20. in that.
A range of 20.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 60 to 80.
60 to 80? 80 on the dot. This man's an ass man. he totally eats ass.
Yes.
So stupid. Anyways, you round the corner into this place, pursued, entrance pursued by a wolf. There is a gigantic thing that claws its way in, and it looks around at the four of you, as it kind of towers over.
I just want to look at it and just be like, dude, you really want a piece of this? Pointing at the fish. I mean, look,
So, like,
you can fight us. You can fight us and end up like the fish, or you can have some of the fish if you're hungry. Like, which of these sounds like a better deal? Death or all-you-can-eat fish buffet?
Yeah, I have to agree with Rex here. I think we should have a sushi party.
Would you prefer...
You want to be part of this, or you want to be part of this?
Would you prefer to
If
make
you see
intimidation or persuasion with advantage?
I will make intimidation.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. That is, with advantage, I rolled an 18 and a 19. So 20.
Yeah, the wolf kind of like stops dragging its claws down the walls and just kind of like, wow, you guys killed Jason. Aw, shit.
He tastes pretty good, though.
Well, he probably
He's got a little
does.
ginger there. It's pretty
His
nice.
scales are pretty.
They
I
are.
think I'll use them as decoration.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're here for the sheep, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see anything.
I'm
Yeah.
like bouncing
Good idea.
bouncing across the sea serpent bridge, like it's like a bouncy house.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
you all make it, grab that sheep, have a sushi party.
Before we leave, I'd like to tell the wolf before it like turns. I'd like to say, "This isn't over. But for right now, I think you'd better make a hard day's flight."
Man, I fucking hate the Beatles. And it turns and it leaves with like a big like piece of sea serpent.
I'm so glad you decided to live and let die there. But, you know.
The only question I have left for this group of adventurers is, what was the moral of that story?
The moral of that story is you can eat something larger than your head. You just have to bash it with a hammer a lot and then stab it with a little dagger.
Any
the
other
moral was,
suggestions?
Especially if it's an ass.
The moral,
Oh, more
I
of
think
the
the
story.
moral was you can be pretty and still be evil.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's certainly something.
That's good.
That's certainly
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm.
It's a classic.
And with that, we shut the cover of this book on this here story and another week of Spontanium. Thank you all so much for coming out. It has been, as always, a pleasure to be your chaos coordinator. And I will have everyone not reintroduce, but like plug their shit, because this is a really cool cast and you should check out their stuff. So, going backwards from where I started, Keith, who are you? What do you do? Where can we find you?
I'm Keith Baker, game designer, writer. You can find most of my stuff at Together Studios. That's TWO Gether Studios, and togetherstudios.com, Together Studios on social media. You can find me as Hellcow Keith on most social media, and also you can find me on Patreon, where I answer Eberron questions, and I have a monthly campaign that if you're a Patreon, you can try and join in on.
Rad. Awesome. Next up, Matt.
Ooh, I actually got one. So, hi everyone. I'm Matt. I played Rip. He's the knight of the Order of the Sandman, who is a lich in the sky with dragons. I got one.
Oh,
that
was
nice.
good.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so yeah, just find me on Twitter as Dungeon Glitch. Listen to my music. Check out Gem Firefly. Stuff goes to charity, and keep showing up here every week because Sam's awesome and super grateful to play with all of you people. Keith, fantastic meeting you. Jeremy.
No, it was great fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kara.
this has been a blast.
I'm Kara Leibowitz. I am an activist, author, sensitivity reader, public speaker, very tired human. You can find me all over the place at Loudmouth on Wheels on Instagram, at Doc Sporky on Twitch, although I mainly just, come in here to, bother Sam, hang out with people. And sometimes you can find me at MTA board meetings here in New York, yelling at the MTA forever.
Yay! Finally, Jeremy.
Just yelled, "You're very good at it."
Thank you for having me. This is so much fun. My name is Jeremy Cobb. You can find me on Twitter at Jeremy Cobb1. That is Cobb with 2 B's and the number 1. You can follow me on Instagram at the Cobbmeister. And you can follow both of my shows, 3 Black Halflings at 3, that's the number 3 Black Halflings, all over social media. And you can listen to, or rather, you can also follow the Quantum Reactor at Q Reactor Show on Twitter. And you can find both of those podcasts wherever pods are cast.
I'm also Spatchero11 on Twitter. I forgot to mention that.
Good to know. That is in the promo material.
It is
to be fair.
It is in the promo. So
I kind of
felt like I probably should mention it.
That's good. That's good. Good to know. What was I gonna say? Right. And last but certainly least, my name is Sam Comerford. I've been your chaos conductor for the evening. This has been a blast as always. Other things I do, you can find me on Twitter at @rroleplaying, where I make shitty ideas. In fact, if you like shitty ideas, you might want to buy a book full of them. If you don't like shitty ideas, you should still buy the book. It makes a great doorstop. You can find that on Dungeon Masters Guild under the Shitty Not Compendium. It's 300 plus ideas with art. I think they're pretty rad. Additionally, I am on the Ether Log. Matt is also on that show. It's a pretty cool podcast. It's like Studio Ghibli. I've been corrected on this many times. Ghibli meets Arcane. Pretty rad, pretty cool. Also, I'm in Homie and the Dude. It's another great show you should check out. It's pretty great. And I am also not doing anything else at the moment, I don't think. I'm writing a book, so we'll see where that gets me. But this, as always, has been fantastic. Thank you all so much to come out. On a more serious note, it's very appreciated every time that you guys come out to watch this, because it means that you care, at least a little bit, and I will take a little bit anytime. With that being said, back into silly mode, Keith, can you please roll me a 20-sided die?
I can, and the answer is 2.
Yes,
so
2.
Super low.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Just nice, relaxed.
Oh, I love low levels. Before you guys came on here, it was like 1912, and it was like,
I remember.
It was a blitz.
I remember.
But yeah, fantastic time as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side next week. Bye bye.